A while back I was watching a video on YouTube by John Stossel, who made the case that as modern Western people, we really do eat like kings. The average Westerner can walk into a supermarket and is confronted with hundreds of different options to satisfy their daily palate, something that would make any ancient king, queen, or emperor deeply envious. And I'd argue that it's because of that we as modern Western Christians, we have a very difficult time appreciating what Jesus really meant in Matthew 6:11, where he said, "Give us this day our daily bread." Hi everyone, I'm Mark Leeming, and my mission is to provide sound theology in a brief amount of time. So if that is of interest to you, please do consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Now, the Lord's Prayer is divided into two main sections. The first section we've already covered in the two previous videos, and if you haven't watched those, I'll provide a link to them at the end of this video. But the first section, it deals with God's preeminence. The focus is upon Him, whereas the second section, beginning with today's verse, Matthew 6:11, the focus shifts upon us and our personal needs. So in Matthew 6:11, Jesus prayed, "Give us today our daily bread." Now, Jesus, he wasn't speaking symbolically there. Bread was the staple diet of ancient people, and the scarcity of it was a very real possibility. Starvation was always just one failed crop away, and that's why ancient people of all religions prayed daily to their deities for their daily bread. It's something that we as modern Westerners, we can't even begin to fathom. I mean, I was just thinking of this last night as I opened my fridge door in search of a late night snack. We are the first people in the history of the world where our problem is having too many calories rather than the lack of them. Now, in Matthew 6, when Jesus said, "Give us today our daily bread," he probably would have been referring back to the time when God sustained the entire nation of Israel in the desert for 40 years by providing them with manna, bread from heaven. And that's why Jesus said just a few verses later in Matthew chapter 6, that we're not to worry about our lives. We're not to worry about what we're going to eat, what we're going to drink, what kind of clothes we're going to wear, the roof over our heads. Rather, we are to seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and God will take care of the rest. Now, that doesn't mean that if we've been foolish with our money and racked up debt up to our eyeballs, that God will just wave His magic wand and cancel out all of our debts. But He does promise to take care of our basic needs if we put Him first. Give us today our daily bread. I have a feeling that as modern Western Christians, that prayer will become more relevant, more applicable to us in the coming days. Put God first. Thanks for spending these several minutes with me. I really do appreciate it. If you'd like to watch the two previous videos in the series, click on the link over there right now, or the other link that YouTube thinks you'd be interested in. Thanks so much. I hope to see all of you next Thursday. Bye for now, and God bless.